Last year, I recorded a video around this time and I didn't post it because I was afraid to, and I didn't have a good explanation. I felt like to introduce a blog or YouTube channel, and basically, I had come across this verse. It was, I think it was in Romans, the letter that Paul wrote to the Romans, and it said, "To the one who does not work but trusts in God, who justifies the ungodly, his faith is credited as as righteousness." And something clicked when I read that, and I kept thinking about like the word ungodly and what that means, and thinking about like in the church or the Christian church has this reputation of being very self-righteous, and holier than thou and things like that, and trying to understand like where that came from and why that is. And I would grow up seeing people who were humble and were loving, but also seeing people who weren't. Seeing like a Jekyll and Hyde type situation with some people, and just wondering like why that is, and kind of digging deep into what I grew up with, um, the Word of God, and wanting to help people who may be like there's a tension where maybe you've seen something different from one, kind of like me. You've seen people who seemed authentic and humble and loving, who were Christians, but then you also saw people who weren't, and trying to figure out like what is the disconnect, like why are there people who are like this and some who are not. And I think it comes down to misinterpretations and not understanding the Bible in its context, especially like historically. And so I'm like, okay, I feel like this is valuable information, and like people, there might be people out there, like I said, like me, who are struggling or did struggle. And since I've been trying to look for the truth, no matter what it was, I didn't care if it went against. I remember saying like, I don't care if it goes against what I currently believe. I don't care if it offends me. Like I don't care about any of that. I just want to know the truth. And so since I kind of had that mindset, I've learned a lot. And there's been a lot of things that I didn't understand or seemed contradictory, things like that, that now I completely understand. I'm like, this might help somebody. So I'm like, okay, I want to start a channel, and I have, you know, immature editing skills, so it might be long pauses as I'm starting to learn how to better edit things. So it's gonna be very like candid and like a conversation. And I think it comes across more natural that way anyways. But that's why I decided to start the channel. That's my introduction for now, and that's all I have to say for now.